Land use and economic development issues that we're dealing with even today all begin at the beginning of the 20th century.
As a result of rail and trolley lines, residents of Washington, D.C. were able to move to the suburbs.
And the early suburbs were very close to the D.C. border, but as the 20th century progressed, we had waves of suburbanization going farther and farther out. And we became a county whose land use was dominated by suburban residential developments and office parks, and very auto-dependent, very road-dependent.
Toward the end of the 20th century, leaders across the region realized there were limits to suburban sprawl.
And there are downsides to suburban sprawl: environmental, cost of infrastructure, and we all began to refocus on creating what we call suburban centers, dynamic, mixed-use places, particularly around our metro rail stations. It includes New Carrollton and Largo and Hyattsville. They were kind of identified as the three early opportunities to create great downtowns, and they are happening. College Park as well, with the FBI headquarters hopefully coming to Greenbelt. That gives us a chance for Greenbelt to blossom as well.
Derek Berlage is a professional planner and land use attorney. When he first arrived at the Prince George's Planning Department, the county was just starting to work on Plan 2035, a comprehensive, game-changing land use plan. It was approved by the council in 2014.
Suburban development uses a lot of land, and that means we're tearing up forest, we're losing farmland, we're losing wetlands, we're having to protect the streams, which is challenging. And so the best way to fight climate change in Prince George's County and in other suburban jurisdictions is to identify areas of the county that we're not going to develop at all, or that we're going to develop very lightly. And so there's minimal environmental disturbance.
Suburbanization created a lot of great neighborhoods, but it came at a high cost to taxpayers. New infrastructure had to be built, and it had a huge effect on the environment. Berlage says communities can't just rely on cars. They have to incorporate public transportation, walking, and biking. So he and a team of expert planners began working on a completely new zoning ordinance. The next step was to reform infrastructure and public facilities.
And that was the plan, where we said we're going to slow down sprawl, we're going to create great places around our metro rail stations, we're going to take a third of the county, our rural tier, and essentially declare it off limits to future development so that we can preserve farming and forests.
Berlage helped found the Neighborhood Planning Academy to help residents learn about the planning process. Finding a way to reach the aspirations of the community is a legacy Berlage says he hopes to leave behind long after he retires.
In 13 years, I've actually got to participate with my colleagues in a set of decisions that really changed the game in a very positive way. And so that was just a real blessing to be able to be part of that.